Who is Tiffany Simone? She's a moment, honey. No, I'm just kidding. If I had to describe myself, I think I would say that I'm a 27-year-old girl from Inglewood, California. I'm a dancer, a choreographer, a businesswoman, entrepreneur, and I'm, like I said, a moment. So I started dancing professionally at the age of 8, but like really started dancing like out the womb. And I've done like numerous music videos, commercials, the whole nine, and I kind of felt like I had done all I wanted to do with dance as far as like being a background dancer. So I transitioned to be like a choreographer and teaching and started my own company about 5 years ago, and I think it's like one of the most rewarding things ever.
And I think it was pretty apparent and evident at a super young age that dance was something that I was really passionate about. You can just tell in my transformation. Literally, I was so shy, but when the music would come on or it was time to perform, I was a completely different person. Like, it was almost scary. It was like I had an alter ego at such a young age. And still like that to this day, actually. But, you know, I felt like I did a lot as far as dance goes in my younger years and had a really great run with it. I did plenty of music videos, award shows, TV shows, and like my first tour was at 10 years old. So while most 10-year-olds are, you know, figuring out who they're going to play with that day, going on different play dates, my reality was 6-hour rehearsals and traveling the world, which I wouldn't change for anything. I really loved it, and it gave me a lot of culture, and I'm really appreciative of just the things that I was exposed to at such a young age.
So the name of my company is Strut LA. It's literally like my baby. So this is something I'm super passionate about. It's a series of classes, like different hip hop classes, whether we're in heels, whether we're doing like a cardio type of workout. There's a bunch of different elements to it. And I think that that's kind of what sets me apart too, or my classes apart, is that I don't just do one thing. We literally can cater to everybody, whether you are a dancer, a professional dancer, or you've never stepped foot inside of a dance studio before. The everyday person.
You know, there are so many classes, dance classes, heels classes to be more specific, in LA in particular. And I still, to this day, believe that Strut LA is so different from the others. And reason being is, for me, it's not just about choreography, which is great. We're there to learn. We're there to get better, of course. That's an important factor too. But one of the main factors for me, I think, is just being able to create an environment, a vibe. You know what I mean? I want you to come in the room and instantly feel the love, the acceptance, the encouragement, all of the above. And I think that anybody that's been to my class before can honestly say that without even being prompted to say that. It's just naturally one of their reactions, and I really truly appreciate that, because that's what I strive for. You never know what people are going through. You never know if this person just got out of the car and they were crying for the past 2 hours. You don't know if that person just lost a loved one. You don't know if this other person just got out of an abusive relationship and their self-esteem is extremely low. Like, you just don't know. And that's part of the reason that when they come into class, the first thing I do, they can all tell you, I start off with hugs. Because I just want to just love on you a little bit, because you just never know. Sometimes literally people just need a hug, and I've been there before. They don't realize that it works on both ends. Like, there have definitely been times where I've had an awful day or a few hours before class, and I walk in and my mood is instantly changed, because not only am I creating that environment, but my girls are too. So we all just kind of help each other, you know what I mean? And they're very supportive of one another too, which is something I love so much. I literally feel like a proud mama every time I see like friends being formed or relationships being built solely from them meeting in class and seeing each other regularly. It's a great feeling. It really is a proud mother moment. Because at the end of the day, I feel like people want to feel a part of something. And this class enables them to do just that. I get so many sweet messages from a lot of the girls, even some boys that take my class, about what they got from their experience. And I just love reading them. I will always read them because they just make me happy. Even in the moments where I feel like, oh, I just feel like blah, you know, or I just even myself feel like, is this really what I should be doing, or should I just hang it up, or you know what I mean? We all have our moments of doubt, especially owning a business. We all go through it. So those messages, especially in whether they're DMs or emails or just people in person coming and, you know, just talking with me after or before class, it genuinely warms my heart.
I feel like I wanted to start the company because I almost felt like people put a negative connotation on being sexy, and I wanted people to be able to embrace that, and like, it's okay to be sexy and it's okay to do it in a classy, tasteful way, of course. So I think that's more so where the idea of the class even came from. And a girl like me says, I love to be in a heel, okay? I can be in a grocery store and be in a heel. So it's just a very different vibe than just dancing in tennis shoes, flat, nasty, flat feet. You know what I mean? Like, just standing in a heel and just the confidence that it brings. And that's just what I try to portray in the class. I want everybody to feel super confident, everybody to feel sexy and like just aware of their bodies and themselves, and just build that self-esteem. Like, that's really the most important part of the class for me personally. So literally for the past 4.5 years, I would say, or 4 years, I was trying to do everything by myself. I just naturally think I'm Superwoman, and it's like, I don't need any help, I got this, I don't want anybody feeling, you know, like that whole nine. And it wasn't until recently that I'm like, sis, you cannot do it by yourself. So I just recently got a team together of just different individuals that have different strengths, obviously, that can make up for my weaknesses, you know what I mean? And just kind of share the responsibilities. And these are people that believe in my brand as much as I do. So they're putting forth the same type of effort that I would. And like I said, it's my baby, so I need people around me that I trust, will take care of things the way that I would. So with that being said, we're really just trying to come up with different content, different like, we gotta stay with the times. I didn't initially come from a dancing social media realm, but that's what's in these days. So I literally have to adapt to those times. So constantly figuring out content to put out, different brand strategies, like different events you can do or different marketing tools. Like, we're just trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? We don't have all the answers, but more heads, multiple heads are better than one. So it's refreshing to be able to like talk with people and bounce ideas off of each other and come up with some amazing things that I probably would have never thought of if I was just thinking on my own. So,
hi, my name's Valerie Lemus. My name is Music Hood Theory on Instagram, and I am Tiffany's assistant choreographer. I've known Tiff for about maybe 13 years now, so it's only right that I'm side by side with her. I'm part of Strut LA because I believe in her brand. I believe that we can touch plenty of women all over the world just to be confident, to not be afraid to be in dance class or be like intimidated when they walk into a dance studio or a dance class, because I feel like nowadays it's an audition. Nowadays people are just going to film their their class, and it's not about fun anymore. It's not about confidence as much. So I believe that the brand that Tiffany is bringing to the world is exactly that. It's just to make women feel better and not be scared to go and do what they want to do, feel sexy, and I want to assist her with that, and I want to make sure that we get to the top with it.
Hello, what's up? I'm Chutney. Some of y'all know me, some of you don't, but I am part of the Strut LA media team. We are a part of creating the visual content, creative direction, kind of, you know, switching things up a little bit, giving you something entertaining. Tiff is like one of my best friends. She's been dancing since she's been breathing, and I really love the Strut LA movement and how it empowers women and just makes everyone feel so good, and some of these women and their stories are like incredible, and you wouldn't even imagine how many friendships are formed over the different types of people that just come in looking for a good time. It's a great workout. It's a fun time. And I just want to see, women be great. So, I'm here helping out. We're putting our superpowers together and, trying to make magic.
I'm Summer, and I am a part of the Strut LA media team. I also help with some of the creative directing. I try to stay behind the camera as much as I can. And I met Tiffany maybe almost a year ago. She probably doesn't remember, but I was actually one of her students, and I went to take one of her classes like fresh off of my pregnancy, and I just wanted to take it because I heard a lot of good reviews about it. And of course I was feeling kind of not so sexy because I couldn't fit in my size 2 dress anymore. So when I went, I kind of went in not knowing what to expect, and so I ended up really loving it and becoming a regular. So I decided one day, like, I have to be a part of whatever she's doing.
Hi, I'm Lena, and I'm head of marketing. I help Tiffany out with sponsorship, social media, and branding. I met Tiffany 4 years ago when I came into class one time by myself, and ever since then, I've really identified with what Strut LA stands for, which to me is friendship. I wanted to be a part of Strut LA because of Tiffany herself. She has the most genuine spirit, and when you take her class, she makes you feel comfortable and accepted, and her personality shines through in her classes. So it was a no-brainer to want to be a part of that and to build a brand with her.
I am Ashley. I am the event coordinator at Strut LA. My job responsibilities are many. I am in charge of the events, privates, setting up for privates, and everything else, decor, gift bags, wherever Tiff needs me. Okay, well, I think what's most important is how long I've known Tiffany. And I've known Tiffany for like over 20 years. Not ironically, but coincidentally, we danced together when we were younger, and here we are. So why not Strut LA? There are many other dance heel classes, but they don't offer women empowerment. They don't make you feel better about yourself. They don't make you feel like an outcast because you're not a professional like the other dancers in the class. You could be having a bad day. You can be coming out of an abusive relationship. You can just be like down to like your last bit of self-esteem. But when you go to a Strut LA class, it's like, okay, the women empower you, who you dance with. Tiff empowers you, and the music empowers you, and it just makes you feel like makes you feel good.
People come up to me and they literally just speak life into me, and they just tell me how great of a job I'm doing, and they say like the most encouraging words at the moments where I need them most, at the moments where I just cried in the car for 2 hours and I'm like, okay, poker face, you know what I mean? And then they come in, they tell me that, it's like, it just reassures, like, okay, I hear you, God. All right. I'm supposed to be doing this. If I'm not feeling good, I know that I can still make somebody else.
I enjoyed the first class I did in Las Vegas so much that I told my cousins about it, and we did a private party in LA. Hey!
I love it. Literally from the bottom of our heart and from that. I really want to do for you because I know that your knee has been giving problems. I'm going to start crying. Has been giving you problems, and you've always wanted to do this. So, and I follow her on Instagram for 2 to 3 years now. Stiletto Strut.
Oh, yeah, right.
And we're gonna do the Beyonce dance for you.
Are you serious? Yeah, she's here. Hold on.